Oh, morning. Uh, yeah. Thought I'd put out another video here. This is my what sold on eBay this week video for the first week of March 2017. And let's see, I just had a great conversation this morning with an old friend of mine. Taught me a lot about stuff back in the this probably back in '99, 2000, somewhere in there. Taught me took me to the Goodwill stores, pointed some things out to me, took me out to flea markets and showed me some things, and I had a good time talking with him for an hour or so today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get on to what you actually came here for, is to see the things I sold this week. So with that, the very first thing we sold was this very boring Asus laptop power adapter for this is actually the same thing that went to my wife's laptop, but she didn't need it, so I sold it. And I paid $1 for this, and I listed it February 17th, sold it March 1st, and I got $22 free shipping. So that was a good deal on that one. $1 to $22, I'm into that. All right, next. And this is it's just an old Newsboy hat. I actually have a picture of me wearing this somewhere, but you have to find it. You know, I'm out there on the internet somewhere wearing this hat, and actually I thought I looked pretty cool on it. But I decided to sell it, and it's Voca. Let's see if I can find you a little. There's the little tag for it there. Yeah, Voca hand weavers. Of course, it's upside down. I don't know why I didn't flip that, but I didn't. So, pure new wool, it says. Anyway, it's over here. Yep, there it is there as well. So, anyway, yeah, what did I get for that? Well, I paid $2 for it. I listed it September 22nd last year. Sold it March 1st, and I got $15 free shipping. So, and it's only like $2.77 to ship, so no big deal. So, all right, next. Just so you know, Gladys Ramos just posted in the Comic Club. Just so you know. Next. All right, and it's just a lot of VHS videotapes. The Disney sing-alongs. These go through like stages where you can't sell them at all, and then all of a sudden they sell. So if I get them for nothing or whatever, real cheap, I'll just gather them up and put them on a shelf until I get a few of them and try to sell them. But I don't make a point of going out and looking for these things. So anyway, altogether I paid $2 for the 4 of them, and let's see. I listed them January 8th, sold them March 1st, and I got $15 free shipping. So, and they went media mail, so $2 or $3 for media mail. So next, I picked these up at Lowe's. They were at Lowe's. One day I was over there, and they had a bunch of clearance stuff out front, and they were super cheap. What'd I get them for? I paid 10 cents a piece for these, so I paid 60 cents for the lot. And I had them around here for a while, and then I finally thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and list them. So I listed them December 9th, sold them March 1st, and I got $8.99 free shipping, which was, again, $2.61, I think it is, $2.61. It could have been $2.77, not sure. So, all right, next. And this is just one of those things I bought at Walmart for $1. I think it was. Yep, $1. Listed it June 10th, sold it March 1st, and I got $7.59 free shipping. Again, not much. I only got 1 of them left. No, I got 5 of them left. Okay, so I sold 6. I got 5 left. So, all right, next. Proto hammer, the last one. There's none available anymore. I sold the last one. I think this was the last one. Yeah, this was the last one. And I didn't pay anything for these. I got these from a guy. That he just gave them to me. I let him borrow something that I had, and he just gave them to me. So he picked them all up. He picked them all up at a yard sale for $5. So anyway, I listed these May 17th, sold them March 2nd, and this one I got $35 for this one, which has pretty much been the price for them. So I've made, there were 6 of them, so I made about $35 to $40 a piece on them. So do the math. I did all right on those. Next, not as good as Greg did with those Yellowware bowls though. Next, you don't know who I'm talking about, but yeah, I might have told you that story about Greg and the Yellowware bowls. Anyway, I'm not going to tell it again unless you ask me to. Then I'll tell you about it. So, yeah, FisherPrice Black Knights. I bought these. I know where I got these now. I got these over at the thrift store. They were over at my neighbor's closet. They were $1/4 a piece for these things. So, I paid $1.75 for them. And I bought a whole bunch of them that day. There was more than these. There was other ones. But this was the last of them. And they're all gone now. So, these ones, let's see. I don't have a listing day on these. And I can't really look at it. So, I don't have a listing day for these. But I sold them. They've been up a long time. Over a year, anyway. So, I sold them on March 2nd. And I only got $15 for them, plus shipping. But it was time. It was time to move them on. So move them on, get some new stuff, get them out of here. So, oh, by the way, I sold more. I don't know if I told you last week, but I sold more stuff on Truegether. So if and Truegether works. They basically come and they scrape all your eBay listings and pull them over to Truegether. No listing fees. So there's the final value fee, but there's no listing fee, and it's a really clean interface. There's no shipping though. You have to go when people pay you on PayPal. You go to PayPal and use PayPal shipping. In case I didn't tell you before, so it's only three sales I made there, but there's no work involved. So it's kind of passive, except you still gotta ship them and everything. But all right, so next, Tervis Tumbler. Let's see, I got these. I paid $1.99 for this, I think. No, I paid 80 cents for it. Paid 80 cents for this. I listed it February 25th, sold it March 2nd. I got $12 for it plus shipping, but they canceled. So it didn't sell. So it's relisted. All right, next. Burr filters. I think they're pool filters. Not sure. Not sure what they're for. But anyway, let's see. I paid $1.72 for the pair. I actually have 4 of them that day. I've still have a pair of them left. But yeah, so I paid $1.72 for the pair. I listed them October 1st, sold it March 2nd, and I got $30 plus shipping. Nice. Next. Okay, I was kind of a bear to ship those too. They're big. But anyway, yeah. Creature from Jekyll Island. All the anti-government conspiracy guys like this, the ones that are, that think everybody's out to get us. And maybe they're right. I don't know, but it doesn't help me to know either way. So I thought about reading it, but I didn't. Because, well, it's not going to profit me. It's just going to make me scared, or make me think that the whole world's out to get me. I don't need that. I need to believe that I can beat this world, and I just might. Let's see. I paid 64 cents for it, so that's a good deal for it. And I listed it February 26th, sold it March 2nd. I got $15 plus shipping, so I can do that. That's all right. That, like I said before, it seems to be 15 to 20 seems to be my sweet spot. But it should be really 25 to 35, but that would be better. But just not there yet. So next. All right, Dick and Jane. That's More Roads to Follow. These used to be super good books, but the market, it's still there for them, but it's not. I mean, I used to sell these a lot more than that, but I think it was maybe just a homeschooling phase thing that they went through, where you had a lot of homeschoolers going after these, and I think that that crowd has moved on to other things. So I don't think you see so much of the Dick and Jane books doing what they used to do. And it could also be that when I was in elementary school and they were teaching us to read, these books were already history. They weren't using these, so it could be that the crowd that's nostalgic about these is you know, I'm 50, almost 51. That crowd's probably 60. They're looking at retirement, moving to Florida like me, and you know, they're probably cleaning this stuff out, and so it could be a glut, or it could just be that they're just not collecting them anymore. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just know the market's down on them. So I paid 50 cents, which is still a good deal, and I listed it November 13th, sold it March 3rd, and I got $10 free shipping. So I didn't make a whole lot on it, but I moved out, and I may think twice about listing them, about getting them again. I don't know if it's cheap enough, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Next. I have enough stuff. I don't need to get any more stuff. I gotta stay away from the auctions. I gotta stay away from the Goodwill. I gotta stay away from the niche. I keep going, but I have to stay away. I gotta stay away. You wouldn't believe. I'm gonna do a video where I have a slideshow of basically just the stuff I have in my house. You know, it's out of the living area for the most part, so it's not that big a hindrance, but it's all this money. You know, I talk about how, you know, seeing $10 on it, how it's hard to walk through the Goodwill and see $10 bills on the shelves and not pick them up. You know, in the form of mugs and glasses and books and all that other stuff like that. But I can go look at my own shelves and see all kinds of $10 bills. I don't need to buy any more $10 bills. I don't need to. You know, and you've heard me say that before. I got to get serious about it and just list my own stuff. I got to get serious about it. And I hope you take that as an encouragement. You know, I got to get serious about it. I even thought, you know, about hiring somebody to help me get through this stuff. I don't know. I was watching Lindy Glenn today, and she was talking about using InkFrog for letting her employee do that, for having her employee list for her, so it didn't jeopardize her account. So that's a good thing to know. I looked at InkFrog before. I didn't really care for the interface, but I don't know. We'll see. I actually might see if I can find somebody who'd be willing to do that kind of stuff. So, all right, next. Paperback book, Metal Gear, Worlds of Power 2. Picked this up at the Goodwill and paid 50 cents for it. Listed it January 1st, sold it March 3rd, and I got $15. I know I had $40 on it. That was really wishful thinking. But you never know. You never know. You don't. I mean, it's like Mary the Button Lady used to tell me. I mean, you can't never come down once they buy it. You know, once if somebody buys something, you can't never come back. You can't say, well, I'd like to sell that button for $100 after you've already sold for $75. You can't get that extra $25. So, yeah, the quick flip is nice and everything like that. That's nice too, to be able to quick flip stuff. But sometimes holding out for a better price is probably a better way. It is for me. It is for me. I have the space. Like I said, I have the space to do that. So, and obviously I don't list that fast. So it's, you know, I don't need to sell that fast. So, okay. Let's see. I got $15 for it. I've told you everything about it already. Okay, next. Party Tealights. Alright, I'll pick these up at. Let's see. 5 of them. I believe I got these I think I got them at the niche, because I paid 43 cents for the lot. So I must have got them at a bag sale at the niche. That's what I'm thinking. Which, is today the 20th? Yep, today's the 20th. They're having a bag sale right now at the niche. Right now. I'm not going to go. Not going to go. Don't go, Dave. Alright, I'm not going. So anyway, 43 cents for the bunch of them. And I listed them October 22nd. And I sold it March 4th, and I got $18 plus shipping. And so, you know, shipping was pricey. They're really heavy. So anyway, next. I had this listed a long time. a long time. It's just a little meat tenderizer hammer for, you know, making like, you know, chopped sirloin and stuff. And I paid $1 for it because I thought it was cool. And I have this thing for vintage kitchen utensils and things. I just like them, you know. But I paid $1 for it. I listed this. Get it. August 20th, 2015. That's a long time. That's a long time. August 20th, 2015. Sold it March 4th. I got $9.59 plus shipping. And happy to see it sell and disappear. Next. This sat around here forever. It sat around here, sat out in the garage forever in a tote. And I brought it in the house, and I brought it in with the tote, and I put it under the table here. Well, actually, this table wasn't here, but I put it over here, and I was going to work on that stuff. I was going to work on it. And then finally, I had to move things around out here because we brought some stuff in from a clean out, and I had to get things reorganized, and I reorganized it, and I took the tote back out to the garage. And I had that in it, and I said, wait, no, let me just... So I grabbed this thing, and I brought it back in the house, and I looked it up, and I just listed it. I just listed it, and I'll tell you the truth about this thing. When I looked it up, there was only one. I only found one that was like this one when I listed it. And no, when I looked it up, there was only one, and someone had sold it for 99 cents at auction. And I'm not sure, but they might have had free shipping on it. And I thought, well, I'm going to list it because there was only one. And there was some interest. Obviously, somebody bid on it and got it for 99 cents. I listed mine. And I listed it for $14.95. I listed it on February 25th, and I sold it March 4th. And I got $15 plus shipping. So, if you're the guy that sold it for 99 cents, stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Okay, next. And this is a Red Rose Tea Manatee. It's a little Wade figurine. And I'm probably going to stay away from these. You know, if I spot some really old ones, maybe, but I just am not getting anything for them. Maybe if I get a bunch of them, like really super cheap, like a whole, like 10 of them for $2, maybe I'll just put them in a group and list them as a lot and see what I can do that way. But as far as selling them out single anymore, I think I'm just gonna give that up. But you know me. You know, I'll get a box of free stuff at an auction, a yard sale or something, and it'll have one of these in there, and I'll list it just because it's a challenge. So anyway, the Manatee cost me 27 cents, and I listed it October 11th, 2015. Sold it March 4th, and I got $5 plus shipping. So it's a little bit. Next. And you know, I did say that I was going to delve a little bit more into clothing, and I've tried to find a few things. And so I got this Nordstrom sweater. It was really soft. It was, I mean, I thought about keeping it because it was really soft. It felt nice. Let's see if I can give you a little tag here. There it is, Nordstrom. 100% merino wool, made in Hong Kong. I don't really know if that's extra fine merino wool. I don't know if that's a thing or not, you know, because I really don't do a lot of clothing. But I have been listing some, and I actually have been selling it too, so some of it. So, you know, it's not a main thing that I do, you know, but it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's see. Well, here's the problem with this. I paid $5.50 for this sweater at the Goodwill. So, yeah, I kind of paid up for it. I think I actually bought it because I don't know, I might have been going to keep it, but I sold it. So anyway, $5.49, and I listed it November 21st, sold it March 4th, and I got $15 free shipping. So there's not a whole lot of money to be made in that. There's not a whole lot in there. It's not, but I took a chance. You know what I mean? I took a shot. I got an education. And that really isn't a very good picture, is it? It's really washed out. Because it actually was not, that's actually more the color right there. I wonder why it was so I don't use a flash. I use my iPhone for the pictures. I do have a couple of umbrella lights up. I don't know why it washed it out that bad. Any suggestions on that? Why it's washed out so much? I don't know. Maybe I had the fluorescent light on behind me. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't use that. But anyway, so that's that. So next. And his hair clippers. I got these at the Goodwill. They were. Let's see what I pay. I paid. I paid $1.60 for these. Now, I gotta say that when I bought them, I did check it to make sure they worked. While I was there, I bought them and turned them on. But see, the thing is, I listed them February 26th. I sold them March 5th. And I did get the $52 for them. It was an auction. I listed them for, I think, $4.99 or $9.99 was what I started them at. Because I was going to throw them away. It was a vintage box. I knew that. It was, it's obviously pretty old. But they still worked. However, here's the problem right here. I didn't see this when I was at the Goodwill. The blades are broken. So you notice my listing says working parts because I sold it for parts. I sold it as parts, knowing that somebody out there might have that same clipper. And if they're and it turns out they're collectible. There are certain people that collect this kind of stuff. So that's what it turns out as, is if the heads weren't broken, it may have gone a lot higher. I don't know. But they probably have one that doesn't work and they have heads to replace it with or something like that. I don't know. All I know is I got $52 for something I almost threw away. So you'd think after all this time I'd learn. But I almost chucked it away. So, alright, next. I'm pretty glad I didn't. $50 is cool. Alright, so this is it's a Longaberger Travel Mug. It says Longaberger on the bottom. There you go. Doesn't have a lid to it. If it had the lid, I could probably gotten $20 for it. Maybe more. But I didn't have a lid. So I bought it. I paid $1 for it. Listed it January 9th. Sold it March 5th. And I got the $6.99. I didn't put a best offer on it. So I wasn't. $6.99 was a fair price with no lid. And they paid for shipping too. So anything typically like this that I'm going to send priority mail, I typically do not have free shipping on. I live in Pennsylvania. It just costs too much to ship to California and Oregon and Texas. Even Florida is a little pricey. But yeah, it just costs too much to ship that far. So I can't do free shipping on that kind of stuff. I almost always end up eating it when I do free shipping on that kind of stuff. So first class, things I can ship medium mail, that's different. Sometimes it depends on the item, where I think I'm at with it. So anyway, so that was that. So next, these Longaberger mugs, though, you can look them up. Some of them are actually pretty good. I mean, some of them they're $25-$30. So you do a little research on them and see what you can find. Next, and these came from the Goodwill. Let's see, they're just can cozies. I don't even know if normal cans say they'll fit in them because they changed all the sizes on the cans, but back in the day, I used to use these pretty regular when they were. Yeah, that's 20 years ago. I haven't had a drink in. I haven't popped a beer can since 1995. Oh, that's cool though for me. That's good for me because I popped way too many beer cans. So yeah, I paid 80 cents for these. They wanted 79 cents for them, and I used a half off card, so I got them for 80 cents. But yeah, so 80 cents for the pair. I listed them February 19th, sold them March 5th. I got $12. Free shipping. They were super light. They went first class. I didn't make a lot on them, but I made about what they sell for. So I can't really complain. Actually, I think they were selling for less than that, but I picked them kind of because I knew I was going to get them cheap. And worst case scenario, if I did happen to be drinking something out of a can, I don't drink soda anymore either, though. So I did their before I started my diet back last February. Well, this one, the other one. Before I started my diet, I was drinking some Mountain Dew. I was drinking quite a bit of Mountain Dew. So kids left it around here, and I loved it when I was a kid. The Mountain Dew today don't taste like it did when I first had it. But now that would have been like late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. But then again, it could be my taste buds are not the same as they were back then too. So maybe it just tastes different, but it tastes a lot sweeter. It's a whole lot sweeter than it used to be. But I don't think they used high fructose corn syrup back then. Now they do. I think they just used sugar back then. So that might be a different sweetener that's in it. So, but anyway, here I am talking about Mountain Dew. Next. Now I picked this up. It's just you've probably seen these all over the place. It's a Lennox. Just you can. I don't know if I got. There's a tag on the bottom. There you go, Lennox. And these, I don't know where these come from. I think they're just a cheapy kind of thing. Somewhere. It's not like, I don't think it's like the old Lennox, which used to be really good. But there's a picture with a green background. It's just like a little fairy lamp. You put a Tealight in there and go from there. So I picked this up 80 cents. I paid 80 cents for it at the Goodwill. And I listed it February 26th, sold it March 6th. I only got $10 plus shipping. But that was still, I think that was still on the higher end of where they were selling for. So it's a little bit. Again, I gotta probably not buy them pick up them $10 bills that I see laying around. I should probably make sure I just leave the $10 bills lay and pick up the $20 bills. It's hard though. Ain't it hard? It's hard, man. Alright, next. And these are my daughter's books. Becca. She didn't. It was too much work for her to list them, I guess. So it was too much. So she got it. She did sell a few things on her eBay thing that I set up for her, which was pretty good, but she's just not into it. She wants to do other things, which is, it's fine. I mean, I can understand. Yeah, I totally understand where she's at with that. So anyway, it's 10 Rick Brandt books. Not anywhere near as good as they used to be. You know. But again, I think it's just the crowd that read these as children is gone. But I bought these. I got these. I picked these up over the years because Becca liked to read them. So I would pick them up, and they were just for her. So when she finally was clearing her room out, I decided I'd go ahead and list them. I think I tried a lot higher. I think I started at like $69. And I kept running auctions, ran them through auctions and lower the price. And then finally, I think I just went and did a fixed price for $35 and sold them free shipping, but it's medium mail shipping, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, so I don't really count that I paid anything for them because I didn't buy them to resell. I bought them, we got them to read. We got them to keep. Becca had, I had the collection. Later ones in this series are still pretty good, but they're all available on Kindle now. You can get them all on Kindle, so I don't really know that books are a thing of the future. So I wish they were, but they're not. Okay, and then I told you all about that. Yep. So one last thing I sold this week, and it was this. I guess it's pronounced Keelung, kind of a southwestern kind of pattern, floral. I used all the words hippie, boho. Thanks, Nicole, for drilling those into my head. This actually, I picked this up because of watching Jason T. Smith. I'm watching him in what's her name? You know her name. You know what I'm talking about. The not from watching Thrift Hunters, although I got a kick out of Thrift Hunters. I wish I was still around. But from watching Jason T. Smith talk about these kind of things, that's where I picked it up. Not that great of pictures of them, but that's why I bought it. I got it for $2. I listed it August 14th, and I sold it March 7th. I got $50. $50 free shipping on it, so that worked for me. So anyway, that was it. That was the last of it. I hope that. I'll tell you, everything that sold, I paid like $26 for everything. As far as the prices I have for that stuff. So, and let's see, if you take away that canceled sale, that $12 canceled sale, my gross sales is only $416. So almost $417. So still not really picking up that great for me. I guess I'm going to be going into summer pretty lame. So that was the first week of March. Anyway, let's see. Is it getting any better? Nope, not the second week. And let's see. I'm on the third week now, so we'll see how it goes. Just not enough sales. So anyway, maybe I should do a store or something. I gotta run a sale or something. Try to drum up some sales. But anyway, yep, that's it. So most importantly, I gotta keep listing and just keep making some money. So, but even that, $416, I'm still honestly doing better than I would do if I had a job somewhere, because you know why. But anyway, that's it. So keep listening. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.